Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome back finally to another Flight Rising podcast episode. And I should be ordering a new microphone soon since the podcast I do with someone else, they've pointed out that there's like a little bit of an echo, so that's going to be solved. Hopefully. I'm just sort of like, oh, you tell me to do something. I know that's the good thing to do, but I'm just going to fucking ignore it because I just want to be, yeah. Okay, goddamn it. Anyways, hello, I'm Jashikins. Welcome back to another podcast. I'm sorry, I thought I had the battery problem fixed on my laptop. Turns out that's not the goddamn case, which really sucks because getting the battery was hell because I ordered it, it's fine, but then things happened with shipping and I had to go to the post office and that. Anyways, yeah, I know it's been a while since the last podcast, and why that is why I've slowed down not only with videos on this channel but my other channels is because I've noticed, how few views they get, and it's trying to when I post them to my blog, I try to have them get a certain number of the post get a certain number of views, hopefully meaning that people will actually watch the videos and try to build up a view count. And while I'm doing that, working on the written blog posts, and in all honesty, this both helps me be less hectic. Plus, I am much better with the written word. If you're like, oh my God, Josh, I love what you do on the podcast and vlogs, I'm much more comprehensible in writing. And anyways, let's get actually started on this week's podcast. This week's podcast is the month podcast, year podcast. Anyways, here we are. It's the Rock Breaker ceremony, and yeah, it's been such a long time for doing one of these. It's like, oh my God, I'm doing a podcast. Yay! I've actually been doing videos, but they are the Patreon exclusives that I do once a month, and I go off on tangents all the time, so right now it's like really hard for me to concentrate and not think of how I usually do things nowadays. But anyways, the thing I'm going to talk about this podcast that's going to really be the main topic is the Welcome Week. Let's scroll down here and see if here we have a post for a Welcome Week. Ta-da! Okay, let me make sure I'm getting everything. Okay, you can actually view things there. Okay, let's actually get started on Welcome Week, the topic. Stay coherent, Josh, stay coherent. So anyways, before what Flight Rising had was a certain number of days every month, usually every month, sometimes every other month, depending, of a short time frame where new users could become a part of the site and discover the awesomeness that is Flight Rising. So it's sort of built itself up, in my opinion, as an exclusive site. I also do Dragon Cave, and you can make a new account at any time. You don't have to wait for a special week or anything. So Flight Rising has a much more exclusive feel to it. And so when Welcome Weeks were first announced, sorry, I'm messing with my tea here. So when Welcome Weeks were first announced, I know this isn't usually how I view things, but I just felt like something was wrong, just because I'm used to this sort of exclusive feel to the site of, oh my god, they're allowing now a whole week. And okay, honestly, it wasn't them opening up for a whole week that got me scared for no reason. Makes me feel very ashamed that I felt that way. It's the fact that they're like, okay, now we're able to do welcome weeks. Our servers are able to handle a whole week of this now. And they were saying that then after, we test the welcome weeks for a little bit, we're going to have hopefully open registration for any time, which destroys this whole exclusive feel to the site. And while I never really made a post myself, seeing others sort of comment that, oh my god, this isn't good, what's going on, Flight Rise is going to go down the shitter, blah, yada, yada, yada. I don't really pay attention to Drama Rising as much anymore. And so I only read like a few posts about Welcome Week. And there was, of course, a little panic, because whenever there is any change, there is always sort of like, oh my god, the world's going to end, no, sort of feel. And yeah, I feel really ashamed of, like, oh my god, taking away this exclusive feel to the site is just going to ruin it. Yeah. So it's so what I'm trying to say, long story short, which never ever works with me, is that I was initially hesitant about the welcome weeks because what they were going to represent, but once you give yourself a little bit of time to cool down and think about it, it's actually very good. It's because the whole site isn't fun to play because it's exclusive. It's fun to play because it's actually a good site. I breed dragons. Hang on. Let me make sure there's a table of contents. Okay, that's for new players and shit. I also, hang on, let me make sure I'm, okay, yeah, okay, actually I'm going to go down a little. Hang on, I'm just making sure everything's on screen there. Okay, so as I said, it's after thinking about it for a little bit, the whole, oh no, it's not going to be as exclusive anymore is really fucking stupid, because that's not what makes the site great. There's a lot of fun things to do here. If you notice, Tactic and Anahira, they're not my dragons. I do nest rentals. And so, yeah, I breed for other people, and then I give the dragons back, and that's fun. Hang on here. And I also have a little layer review shop now that I take 1,000,001 years to do each layer review, which I'm really sorry for everyone, which is also fun to do because not only am I giving life to my own dragons, I'm also getting to sort of interact with other people's layers, which is also very fun to do. So yeah, I do feel ashamed that I was placing so much emphasis, really subconsciously, about the exclusive nature of the site, because it's really better for Flight Rising to be able to handle a lot of people and be able to grow as a site. And to grow as a site, you do need to let in more people. It's not like, and I'm not saying every site will work like that of you let in more people, it will do better. But Flight Rising itself, you don't have to pay to be a member. You can like buy gems and donate that way to the site, but it's never like you have to pay so much money to be a member and then all of a sudden everyone's being let in. That's a real fucking bummer, I would imagine. And I feel like I'm talking fucking bullshit. And yeah. Let's so hang on. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back again. Woo! Have the power of the backspace. Yay! Okay, hang on. I think the fiance has messaged me. Okay. He's a little sick at the moment, and he's taking a nap. Yay. And because, this is one of my more professional videos, surprise, surprise, I am not going to reply to him. So, before that whole tangent started, so I wanted to say that, so if you're one of the people that maybe just keeps on missing the registration windows, you can eventually, you won't have to worry about that. So if you keep on missing them, the site does plan to eventually make it open registration all the time, so you don't have to worry about that. How I was reminded about the registration window myself was when my friend Crazy said, "Hey Josh, it's registration time. Yay!" So yeah. Sweet. So yeah. Let's me kick some ass with I was about to say Pokemon. I've been playing so much fucking Pokemon. Well, recently I've been waiting till my latest journal entry has reached 100 views before continuing, so I'm doing some actual reading. But yeah, I've been playing so much Pokemon over the last fucking year. It's like going between Heart Gold and White version 2. Yeah. Gold, White version 2, and hopefully we'll be playing Moon sometime soon. Oh, jeez. Doesn't seem to get all of... Hang on, let me see. Oh, shit. God. Sorry, for some reason, it just said, oh, you want to open another window? I'm like, no. Okay, let's see. Oh, God. That didn't want to go away. Okay, let's see. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? Let's see. Let's do Bamboo Falls. Why the hell not? Now, this is Rock Breaker, so it's for the Earth flight. So if you're battling in the Coliseum and there's a neutral or an Earth, aligned opponent, you have the chance of either gain a chest or some of the festival currency. Yay! Let me make sure things are actually okay. Yay! I fight. I'm really sorry that this episode is began with me being all over the goddamn place, and then I went all over the goddamn place, and I have a point here somewhere. It's hidden. I can't find it. No. And so earlier I had mixed a little bit of sake with tea. So I don't normally drink. I don't drink all the time. Like, this is the first time I've tried, any of the sake in like maybe a month. So I'm just like, okay, this is my first time doing a Flight Rising podcast, so I'm going to start drinking a little an hour before airing, because what could go wrong? What could go wrong? And different video makers, podcasters, basically anyone who blogs will tell you that everything you do, everything you put out needs to be good quality, because you never know when you'll have new fans joining. And if you're having a really off day, they might be going, oh my god, this person only produces crap. So yeah, I put out a little Westworld theory post earlier of, oh, and right here you see the Hainu, or however the hell you pronounce that. You can see right here that it's Earth line, so I might get something from it. Who knows? But anyways, I put out a little Westworld theory post. I would have liked it to be longer, but it was a little theory that might be disproven in the season finale, so I wanted to get it done before then, so I had to basically just put out what amounted to bullet points instead of fully explaining what I meant. So it's like, yay, I got it out, but and I really do hope it's not disproven by the finale on Sunday, or it's not fully disproven, like there was a way it could be proven true. Just without spoiling things for people who haven't watched the show or caught up with it, there was a reveal in one episode that seemed to probably dismiss one theory, but then the next episode that theory proved to be true. So no. So I sort of hope that it's proven to be true, or at least not fully disproven, just so I can really expand on what I meant. And so why I bring this up now is that before filming this podcast, I saw it have like over 200 views, and for me, just getting 50 views per post can be extremely daunting. Like, it's just never happens like that. So I'm like, oh my god, I actually feel really goddamn nervous now. And that might be the first time that might actually be the first post of my entire vlog that people read. So yeah, hopefully they'll see that and like, oh, we've got to actually stay and wait for more content. And my mini review of the Westworld episode so far are the ones that are actually doing pretty damn good. Nowadays, I will keep on reblogging. Not reblogging, goddamn. Every social media site just comes into one at a certain point in time. But I keep on posting from Twitter and Facebook until the post gets a certain number of views for the most part. So a lesser post, I will wait till it gets 50 to stop doing that. And then it's like, okay, you've left the nest. And then, like, one of my posts I think is more special, I will wait until it gets 100 views. So, and a Game of Thrones long post I did, it's been around a week now, and it's just getting now like 72 views. So just like randomly posting this theory post, just getting so much, that might be the first way people really experience my vlog. So it's like I have to do a good job in that. And yeah, besides the whole you do something and always do it well, because you never know if it's going to be someone's first post or video or whatever they see from you. It's that you also don't know which post or which videos will suddenly take off. Like I thought that vlog post would maybe get 50 or 70 views at most by Sunday. Like that was really stretching for me. So just like, holy shit, you can't always really prepare of what's going to take off and what's not. And I'm just going to finish this up, and actually I'm going to go to the trading post after this, because this is going to be the last time I'd be able to make currency. I might not be able to use it this time, but next time, I might. Come on. Okay, good. It's great slime. Yeah, so one of the things is, if you just, hang on, let me explain things there. Like the festive, thank you for not going to next page, computer. I love you. You hate me. We're in a love-hate relationship here. Now, if you just want to get like one of each, one of the emblems, one of the vistas, one of the familiars, and one of the peril, and they're like, okay, I don't need any more. You can keep on making the currency and don't sell, because next year, if you do keep up how much currency you have, you can buy what you want easier next time around. And maybe you can get 2 or 3 times. As you can see, I have 34 deep earth geodes, and I just need 1 more to get the familiar, and I've already got 1 of each. Oh, hang on. While we're here, while I'm holding you basically captive. Oh, fuck. Let's see. I need a boss snake. Ooh. Ridgeback females. Yeah. Meh. I don't know. Oh, no. I don't know. None of this rock, I just want to say Rockefeller, because why the hell not? Rock breaker ceremony really stood out to me. I actually got the broken geodes from the only treasure chest I got for this festival. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, God. Pillar of Ages. No. Goddamn. Another bot snake. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but no. Sandstone. Goddamn. None of these stand out too much for me. So, I'm Jashykins, and I'm really sorry about this one. I'm going to do better next time in like 3 years, so keep up with that. I'd like to know your opinions on the, I was going to say opening ceremonies for, I don't know why I say things, but Welcome Week. So I'd like to hear your opinions on Welcome Week. What do you think having open registration all the time will be like? And also, please, comment below with any questions you have, because this podcast, I'd like to answer questions. And I decided on Welcome Week this time just because I sort of wanted to talk about it for a little bit. So I keep you captive. Anyways, I have been Jashikins, and I'm very happy to do this. And I'm the owner of jashikins.blogspot.com, where I do a bunch of other stuff besides podcasting. As I said, I've been spending more time on writing. I have this one Game of Thrones Resident Evil fanfiction that has taken over my life. On my blog, I only provide links to the chapter because there is mature material and like not just the sexy stuff, but I was writing a torture part, and then I was like, oh, I was thinking of writing a certain subplot. I was like, oh my god, that's so gross and disturbing. Then I'm like, that's what torture is supposed to elicit. So yeah. And I'm Jashikins, also on Flight Rising. So if this really crappy podcast made you think, hey, this insane maniac maybe you want to join the site, please say, hey, this Jashikins brought me here. And also, if you do end up joining the site, please tell me which flight you joined. Are you another loyal little shadowling, or are you something else? So yeah. Again, thank you for watching, and please comment other topics you'd like me to cover. And until next podcast in the next few millennia, goodbye.